Hello to my second video. Thank you for coming back. So today I'm gonna show you one project that I did for the university I'm applying for. So I got a response from them that the project and the whole application was not original enough for them. The response from them that I'm not that original got to me at the moment. I got a little bit sad and I was like, okay, thank you, what can I do now? But I learned that everything in this world can be accomplished. Like, you can learn how to be more original by combining different things from different artists, and again, it won't look as if it's the most original thing here, but there are 7 billion people on this earth, and it's normal if you come up with an idea and there is someone already who did that. So I think that being original is not the most important thing. Like, every artist just needs to express themselves and just try and represent a group of people or a problem, or literally even expressing themselves for the dumbest thing is just enough. So that's not the most important thing, being original. But even if you want to be original, I think that you can learn that by experimenting with your work and just doing whatever you want and whatever you like. You will end up creating something that the world has never seen. And even if not that, in my opinion, it's important just to enjoy it and to be happy with the final product. So I hope you enjoy the video that I'm gonna show you. Hello again. Here you can see my way of brainstorming. I really wanted to show it to you. So I decided to first write down the questions and her answers, so I can brainstorm everything while it is in front of me. And yeah. Question 1. What's the best childhood memory? That's a hard one. Maybe the second time I came to Denmark. It was pretty memorable and conscious. The time in the plane, the days at home, the whole cultural experience for such a small girl. I remember the Somalian girls playing with my hair and me with theirs, as if it was so different. So yes, I decided to make her a present by doing this memory on an actual painting, so that she can remember it for the rest of her life. So now that I'm talking about this, I remember the second question. It was a pretty hard one as well. If your friends could describe you with one word, what would it be? And she answered, truthful to myself. That's why I decided, while doing all of those tasks to complete the whole project, I will be truthful to myself and experiment with all of those things that I'm making. Question 3. What job or profession is meaningful? Humanitaries. It's part of me. I'm always willing to help with no profit for me, but for others. I'm pretty empathetic towards someone in pain mostly. Happiness is not hitting me that much, I think. So for me, if I could bring the person to a better version of himself, deliver them a solution, like my actual work, or maybe somehow make his life easier. With the time and experiences I went through with my profession found me. I'm a user experience designer, focusing on cognitive processing a person goes through in his everyday life. While building this empathy, I discovered ways to combine digitalizations with user goals and business objectives, but basically I serve the user. Otherwise, I would be creating useless marketing-oriented product. I created this logo for a girl who has her own little business
I helped her. Question 4. What do you want to wake up as? She answered healed. So I decided to make my own version of healing myself. Here I'm showing you my scrapbook making, how I distress myself by just sticking some paper on another paper and just creating something beautiful from all those things that I'm not actually going to use anymore. And it helps me distress a lot, and it gets my mind off the things that I'm currently just over stressing about. I also decided that this specific scrapbook will be about my internal problems. So, for example, on this page, you'll see me later that I'm just writing about how free I want to feel in the future, and yes, a problem of mine that I shouldn't be that scared of, but I am. So, yes, I'm healing by doing all of this. Question 5. If the future of the planet was in your hands, what would you change? I would say equal opportunities, equal start in life for everyone. I really think that it's so unfortunate for people all around the world to not have the same access to essentials like education or even healthy family setup that can just provide an opportunity for their potential to grow, their personality to bloom, etc. So here you can see me donating money to specific organizations. One is to the World Food Program and the other one is to Clear Water. This will give a better chance for some people. Question 6. How do you see romance? With the right person, I believe there is romance not only in the intimate relationship, such as in a love relationship. There is romance in the way a mom takes care of her daughter's hair with love and patience. It might sound cheesy or something, but romance is not limited to candles and roses to me. Romance is the way we live with love for life, for the people around us, and the current moment. So yes, I would say that I agree with her, and that's why I did a painting that just shows how romance can be literally in every color, and it can have different shapes and forms. Sometimes it has more rough shapes, and also sharp edges, but it's always different and it's always unexpected. The most important part from what she said is that falling in love with life is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. So why not do it earlier than later? It will always have a positive side to it. So you should always look on the bright side of life. That's why I'm using the warmer palette of the colors. It suits best for romance and falling in love with life as a whole.
So the last question 7 was about who or which are her biggest teachers in life. And I wanted to really read her answer so it's particularly right. For my biggest teacher in life, I would say are my parents, but not in the common meaning. There are certainly big achievements in their lives that I endorsed them for, but I mostly learned from their mistakes. So this one was actually one of the tricky questions that I couldn't kind of find a way to show them to you. But now that I'm thinking about it, we all make mistakes, so we can all learn from our mistakes, or those of others, of course. But here I decided to learn from my own mistakes. So, for example, in some of the things that I did from those projects, I would say that I definitely do some things differently, but at the same time I understand that those mistakes are the path that we grow. So yes, it's important to realize our mistakes and learn from them, but it's important also to make them in order to evolve and change into a better version of ourselves. So as you saw, the project was about a friend of mine. I asked her some questions and she answered, and I just created art inspired by her answers, and they just didn't like them. And I get that. Not everyone should like my art. At first I wanted to give up on my dreams and just find a simpler job and work that and not achieve my goals. But then I realized that university as a whole is not a step that you must take. There are other ways of education. Like, education is really important. I get that. I'm 100% sure that you should study, I should study, and stuff like that. But university and formal education is not the one way to go, because we live in the 21st century, which is literally one of the times that we're most connected to each other, and different people from around the world show their skills and teach you how to do that. So if you want to learn something, there is probably someone who can teach you how to do it. Especially with my dreams, they are just ones that are more about art and filmmaking and stuff like that. So I think that I can learn how to be original. I just need to experiment, as I mentioned before. You can learn those things in other ways and find another path to your goals. I think that's something really important, and just try your best and you'll succeed. There is no way that you can't succeed, because in the universe there is just enough for everyone. You just need to go and search for it and try and find your thing that you need and you want to achieve. So go and follow that dream to whatever it takes you. Be more intuitive and trust the path that is given to you by the universe. And if nothing else sticks to you throughout this video, just remember that you can achieve anything you want if you want it badly enough. And I still believe that I have a long path to go till my goals are completed, but I believe that I can do it. And even if not that, I'll just meet awesome people throughout the path I'm going, and at the end, at least I'll have amazing friends and connections around the world. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. I hope it teaches you something, or at least helps you in one way or another. And yeah, thank you for watching again.